Hey, what's up, Freedom Posse? This is Monday, August 22nd. We got Matt Finley here. I'm April Finley, and of course, the beautiful April Marie Tucker,
and her honey badger.
Hey, Baxter. So we just come out every week, you guys, to meet with all of you guys and to answer questions and do coaching and just address anything you've got going on. And we're fresh back from Live the Dream, so everybody should be super pumped up and ready to just hear what April has to say tonight. Miss April Tucker, how are you this evening?
I'm doing awesome. I am petting my honey badger here. He's actually really soft. Like, I cuddled with him, and I've been loving him.
Use him as an airplane pillow on the way home?
Yes, I did actually. I was like this. Guys, I was so tired. We slept 2 hours the last night, and it was like
2 days when we got home.
Huh? Is that you?
I slept for 2 days when we got home.
Yeah, I didn't do that because I couldn't, but I felt like it. Felt like I'd run over by a truck for a minute there. So I'm just glad to be back. Hey, everybody, what is going on? A lot has happened in MLSP world, and there's a lot going on. I promised you guys a 30-day kickoff, blast off. We're going to call it a blast off plan because I live by the Space Center here in Florida. So, you know, we're all about, 3, 2, 1 blast off. Actually, that's my area code, 3, 2, 1. So definitely tonight's going to be awesome, especially if you want to really kick off your MLSP fast. My whole goal for you guys tonight is to really give you clarity. We're not going to go into strategy or anything like that, but we're going to give you clarity. And I think that's what I think a lot of people need. They just feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and all of these natural emotions that happen when you're trying to learn anything new. So it's very normal if you're feeling that way. Don't worry, you're not alone. We all have been there, okay? Even Baxter has been there, I promise. So that is my goal for tonight. And just a big, huge welcome to all of you. There's quite a few of you guys on tonight, which is exciting to me because that means you guys are here, you're ready to learn, you're eager, you're ready to, make some money and really develop a plan of action, which is what I'm going to help you with tonight for sure. So a lot has changed. Oh my gosh, I want to show off my award because you guys didn't get to see it. If you weren't at Live the Dream, you didn't get to see it anyways. My new L6 award, you guys. Can you see that? Can you see that? For those of you guys that were not there, it was quite the ceremony. It was Todd. That's Todd holding the tray. If you can see with Bud Light on it. There's Jim and Brian sitting there playing poker. Or not, maybe, yeah, they're playing poker, actually. And then there's a little Instagram, if you look. There's a little Instagram right there on the phone.
Yeah.
There's a little Instagram, and then, of course, they put, Insta Awesome and, all this cool stuff. So there's a lot of thought, you can tell, that went into this. And I was just really, really proud, and I wanted to share it with you guys because you guys are all, part of it. You really are. You're all part of it. So we want to get you guys to that level. If you Live the Dream, I do want to say, commit to being there next year. This is one of the things that, I guess it didn't really hit home for me until I actually went to Network Marketing Pro last October. And Eric Worre said it best. If you're not committing to attending next year's event, your company's event, MLSP, your company, whatever, then you're not planning to be here in a year. So I seriously, that to me is like a real big stand up. I'm ready. I'm going to, commit to this, and I'm going to be here in a year from now. That's like a commitment that you will be here next year. And, if you're not going to be making a commitment, then, you kind of got to wonder, right? You got to wonder, where will you be, For me, it was really easy because I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew I did not want to be working at the casino. That is for sure. So I made the commitment, and I've been here rock solid for over 6 years, and I've only missed one Live the Dream since I've joined. So, and I've been here for 6 years. So that goes to show you how important I feel they are. They truly are transformational. So commit to it. There's a payment plan, 8 easy payments. I'm not even kidding you. I think they're $29 Anybody can afford to go, and we have a year out, so just commit to doing it. Anyways, I wanted to bring that up because I want to see all you guys that weren't there, and of course I want to see everybody getting their awards and all that, the award ceremonies and all the value that's provided there. It's just amazing. So special welcome. I know I see some new people on. Hey Serena, what is going on? You are new. Welcome to the Freedom Posse. We like to rock and roll over here, so definitely buckle up. I know I saw some other new people that were on. Let's see here. I'm trying to see. Chanel, what's up? Chanel, it's good to see you. Danielle, it's good to see you on. All right, Leisha, hi. All right, awesome sauce. So let's get started. Let's just jump in. I'm going to leave the questions open. I'm going to go ahead and turn those on. Are you guys ready? Ready to rock?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
All right, and everybody can see us. Nobody's saying, where is she, blah, blah, blah. Everybody can see us and hear us, right?
Yep.
If you guys, there's a little settings button at the bottom right of your screen. You might want to turn that on HD if you're seeing us and we look fuzzy. You do need to adjust that, and that will make a world of difference because I do have a PowerPoint for you guys tonight. So definitely, hey Dee, it's good to see you on. Patty Prue, my lady over there in Texas. Liz, it's good to see you on. Awesome. Everybody's fired up and ready to rock. This is like, do you know that we're like quickly approaching like the busiest time of the year for our profession, for the home business industry? I'm telling you, it's like the busiest time. So this is like, there is no better time than now for this training. Believe me, it's definitely needed. So we're gonna go ahead and rock it out. What is up? All right.
Let's do it. I'm excited. Woo!
Yay, I actually made PowerPoints. Oops, I skipped to the very end. Oh, there we go. All right, I wrote up and I made these, so hopefully they look good. Can you guys see them?
Yes, those look awesome.
All right, awesome. So that's the rocket. We have a rocket launch pad. It's actually about 2 miles. I used to live across the street from the rocket, from where they launch the rockets at the Kennedy Space Center. So that's why I kind of chose this theme. We're going to blast your business off tonight, guys. 30-day MLSP blast off plan. All right. Now, 30 days is really that's the jump start. That's the, this is the launch pad. This is the next 30 days is where you're really kind of launching things off. And I'm telling you, that's the most critical. But guess what? Here's the really, really cool thing. Your 30 days starts now, whenever you want. Even if you've been in MLSP for over a year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't care. Your 30 days starts now, okay? It really does. And it's really important that you think of it that way. Don't sit there and be like, oh, but it's not my first 30 days. That don't matter. It's your first 30 days is when you want it to be. Doesn't matter if it's your first 30 days, it's the next 30 days, okay? So this is a 30-day blast off plan for whatever level you guys are at. Maybe it might be a refresher for some of you, but for a lot of you guys, I know you're still having, so you still need some clarity. You're still not taking the amount of action you need to be taking on a daily basis. And I'm telling you, action is like the most powerful thing you need to be doing. So step one, you need to decide and commit. All right. You cannot, like I was saying before, you cannot plan on being here, and being even in business in the next year unless you've made a decision and you've committed to it. All right. And I know for me, a lot of the times, like I see people, they come in and they haven't really made a decision. They want to put their toe in, they're just kind of testing the water. They're just like, ooh, I'm going to see how this feels. No, that don't work. I'm sorry. It's not going to work for you. I'm going to be tough on you guys tonight because I am a tough teacher. I'm a tough mentor. And I have a little, for me, I had a tough mentor. So, and it worked. It worked for me. You can't just, put your toe in and see how the water feels. You have to jump in. You have to dive in. You know what? I always imagine entrepreneurs, and I imagine myself this way. I imagine myself, because I'm an entrepreneur, jumping off a cliff and figuring out how to fly on the way down. That's how I think of an entrepreneur, and that is what we do. If you actually think about it, a lot of times, when I jump into something, I do it. I jump in full-heartedly, every little last bit of me jumps in, dives in head first, and then I just figure it out as I go, okay? It does not matter. You just need to decide and commit right now. Commit to being here. Commit to the process. Commit to the next 30 days, the next 90 days, the next year. Be in business. Commit to it. It is your financial freedom, for God's sakes. This is the way I'm like, sometimes I just want to shake people. And I'm like, come on, this is your financial freedom. These are your kids we're talking about. This is your life. What are you doing? You want to go slave at a job? I can remember slaving all night, 10 hours. I still have injuries from this job. I am not kidding you. I'm in yoga right now. I've been doing yoga and I can feel my feet, my ankles are still like in that state of when I was running around the casino in high heels. I killed myself there. For what? I never got to see my kids. That wasn't a good reason to be there. So what was I really doing it for? To put food on the table. That's it. You deserve more. We all deserve more. So decide and commit that you're going to make that happen. You are going to make that possible. I'm telling you, MLSP, this team, my mentorship, April and Matt Finley, and all the great leaders that are on our team, we're here to help you do that. We're here to help you do that. All you have to do is keep trying. That's all you have to do. Keep showing up. Commit to being here tomorrow. Commit to being in business and, you know, a strategy and really building your business and taking it really seriously. That's really the key, guys. It really is. That's why I am where I am today. I committed. So commit to showing up. Commit to doing your best. Commit to being consistent. Commit to being persistent. Okay, meaning never quitting, just persist until. It doesn't matter when, just until. All right, be a team player. I see this all the time. People are in our group. I see who's watching and not commenting, not participating, not being a team player, and you're only hurting yourself by doing that. You have to be a part of this, right? And you have to step up. That's what leaders do. Be focused. You have to commit to being focused. Guys, you can't be like chomping at the bit at every little thing that goes around, okay? Like you want to go try this strategy. You want to go, you know, join this opportunity. I see it all the time. It's like a never-ending gerbil wheel or something. I don't even know what else to call it. It's like a circus out there on internet land. And I see it all the time. It's like this opportunity's flying by, this opportunity, blah, 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 you know? Put your blinders on. Commit to being focused, all right? Decide, commit, succeed. Be involved. Commit to being involved, guys. I'm telling you, be a part of the team. This is the community, the culture that we have here at MLSP. Commit to being involved. You know, commit to taking massive action every single day, doing your ultimate best, the best that you possibly can. You know, commit to putting a smile on your face. Commit to smiling at strangers. You know, just being a better person. Really, seriously, guys. Something that, you know, I've been really working on in my life right now is just being a better person. I just want to be a really great person, you know, and helpful and kind and smile, you know, a lot. And just even like teaching my kids to be like that, you know. And it's just, I don't know. It's like I've always tried to be a good person, but I just really want to be better than just a good person. I want to be a great person, you know? So commit to whatever it is that really is driving you right now. You know, showing up is key, doing your best all the time. That's all you have to do is show up and show up and do your best. That's it. Okay? If all you can do is your best, then that's great. That's all you can do, and that's all I want you to do. All right? But decide, commit to doing your best, all right? Being consistent, this is key. I see so many people, they fall off the wagon. I am not, trust me, I am just as guilty of this. I've done it lots and lots of times. I've like, I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to eat healthy. You know, I'm going to do this, right? And it's like, I'm going to do it. And then it's like a week later, I'm like, oh, no, what happened? What? Oh, yeah, what about that? Oh, yeah, I forgot I was going to eat healthy, you know? Seriously, it happens to the best of us. Don't beat yourself up, but seriously, you have to stay consistent. You have to stay the course. I am here today because I stayed the course. I might have fallen off a couple times, but I got right back on. All right. So if you fall off, just get right back on, stay the course, be consistent, and most importantly, be persistent. So it's just all of those things. Just commit to being here, guys. I just can't stress it enough. I really can't. I want to see everybody here succeed. And a lot of you guys, it's your own. A lot of times, here's what happens. People stand in their own way. They haven't really truly decided. They haven't really committed. They don't believe they really can, you know. And so what they do is they hold back. All right. No more holding back. You have to make a decision right here, right now. And it has to be a final. It's like life or death. All right. You want to keep living the life that you're living, then that's okay. Just get off the webinar then. Seriously. I'm going to be that bold. Just get off the webinar right now. But if you want to change your life, commit now. This is your life. This is your financial future. This is your kids. This is your family. This is everything. This is your future. This is your dream. These are your goals. You deserve it. You really, truly deserve it. All right? So just commit to that. All right. So let's get your mind right. You can do this. You can. I promise. This is not rocket science. Let me just kind of back up. Some of you guys might not know this about me. When I started with MLSP, I did not even have a Facebook account. All right. I had set one up, but I never looked at it again. Like 6 months later, I'm joining MLSP and I'm seeing a free Facebook training. I had no idea even what it was. I didn't know what YouTube was. I didn't know what Twitter was. I didn't even know what a blog was. Okay. I literally had someone that joined me in MLSP about 3 months after I joined say, you know what, April, you should probably set up a blog. And I was like, huh? And I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say, well, I don't know what that is. So I Googled, what is a blog? I seriously had absolutely no idea. I had no idea what it even was. My basic skill sets were copy and paste, okay? And now you see me, I'm setting up blogs, I'm doing all this crazy techie stuff. That was not something that I learned overnight. That's something that I've learned over years, okay? And it's just because of trial and error, some of it even, because I've learned a lot from MLSP, but trust me, there was things that, you know, I just never let anything hold me back. Like there was little tech hangups and things like that. I was just like not letting anything stand in my way from my dream. And I just pushed through it. That's it. So you can do this. Believe me when I tell you, if I can do this, you can do this. This is not rocket science. Some of the people that you see at the very top of the leaders board, I'm going to name Ray Higdon, for example. I've mentored him on Instagram. He is a technophobe. The guy breaks any technology basically that he touches. I'm surprised he does a Periscope and a Facebook at the same time. Seriously. He's not, and I'm saying this because this guy, he's very smart, he's intelligent, he's just really great in other areas. You don't have to be great at technology to do this. So get that limiting belief right off your mind right now, because it is absolutely not true. You do not have to be technical. You don't have to know anything about technology to do MLSP. Yes, we are an online marketing platform. We're here to teach you. Consider this your university. Okay, this is where you're going to go to school. So this is how I made it through my first 90 days. Here I am, right? Cocktail server, dropped out of high school twice, general education diploma, pregnant at the age of 17. All right, if you don't know my story, slaving away all night, trying to put food on the table for my 3 kids. And MLSP fell in my lap. I found this, Facebook training, and I'm like, this is awesome. I'm learning a lot, right? I didn't even know anything about Facebook. And I'm like, wow, I've been doing everything wrong. It's time to do it right. So what did I do? I got into MLSP. I joined right away, actually after I woke up the next day. And I took it seriously. I treated it like school. That's what I did. I thought to myself, you know what, April? You never went to college. This is probably the cheapest college you're ever going to be able to. I mean, this is the most college you're ever going to be able to afford. At this point, I'm like broke, right? I don't have money. I was on food stamps, Medicaid, all this stuff, right? So for me, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to afford to go to college and work and never see my kids, right? I really don't see them now. I'm never going to see them if I go to school. This is my school. This is something I can do. Go to school with my Lead System Pro, learn and still do my business at the same time. And hey, guess what? I make over 5 figures a month with MLSP. Just MLSP alone in my business. Okay, that's per month. That's not a year. All right. I make over 6 figures a year from My Lead System Pro. So not only has it turned into, hey, I'm just going to school. This is awesome. You know, I'm learning so much. But now it's a very healthy income stream. I mean, it really is. So it doesn't have to, but it didn't start out that way. So the mindset for me was, I'm going to school. I'm getting my education. I am learning from top earners, top marketers online, how to grow my business online. I'm going to school to learn attraction marketing. And that's what I did, online marketing. So get your mind right. Start acting as if. That is key, guys. You know, start acting as if you're already a top earner. Stop acting as if, you know, you're already successful. Start acting as if you are a leader. Because you're a leader. Because here's the thing. If you don't start acting as if, and you're sitting there and you're like, I'm not a leader, but I don't know anything. I'm not a top earner. You're never going to make it. You're not going to make it until you start acting as if. All right. So whatever you got to do, plug into all kinds of mindset. We've got lots of mindset training in the back office. Get your mind right. You know, start plugging into that stuff, but most importantly, start acting as if. You know, even if you don't believe it yet, just start acting as if. Do things that top earners do. Act like top earners do. Act like a leader. You know, seriously, this is how I started. This is exactly how I started. I didn't believe that I was a leader when I was doing this, but I just started acting as if I was a leader. Before I knew it, I believed I was a leader. Before I knew it, I believed I was a top earner. In fact, you couldn't have convinced me otherwise. You seriously couldn't have. Even though my bank account didn't show it, I believed I was a top earner. Seriously, that is the way it worked. So start acting as if. It's probably one of the biggest things that you can do. Start thinking like a CEO. Guys, this is a big one, because a lot of times people, they'll start their business and I don't know what happens. They're real excited, they're real passionate, and then all of a sudden it becomes like a hobby, right? I mean, we all treated our business like a hobby. I mean, I can admit I have. I've treated my business like a hobby. Okay? You got to stop doing that. If you really want to become successful, you have to treat your business like a business. Start really thinking like a CEO. Start treating your business like you are the CEO of your multi-million-dollar business, and really go for it, guys. This is a true business that you have here. This is the thing, is like, it's a little money in the front. Okay. And this is why I think a lot of times people will do this. They lose interest, or they just treat it like a hobby, because it's not like a ton of money up front. It's not like all of a sudden you're making, I mean, if you joined a business and you knew that in 30 days you were going to like make 5 figures, you'd treat it like a business. You'd be like, yeah, I know this is like guaranteed money, right? So what if it was guaranteed money that in the next, 2 years, you're making 6 figures and you're free from your job? Would you take it just as seriously? You should, because that's what you have. So that's the thing, is people don't think that way, though. They think in the here and the now. They're thinking in, they have tunnel vision. They only see till next week in their business. They're like, oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pay my auto purchase. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford my membership, right? This is how they're thinking. They're not thinking long term. All right. So you have to think long term. You have very little cost when starting a business, in starting MLSP, right? But the thing is you have a very high level of earning potential here. You really do. And with your business, and if you're doing multiple streams, you're doing MLM, whatever, you have high earning potential. You really do. And you have to treat it as such. It's little money in the front, lots of money, I'm telling you, over time. Really. And it starts like all of a sudden it's like a domino effect, because how dominoes, they kind of start off a little slow and then it goes faster, right? That's exactly how it is. So start thinking like a CEO, start treating your business like a business, and it will pay you like a business. All right. Find your internal motivation, your why. This is a lot of times, I think people, they skip over this, or we forget, or we lose touch. I know I've lost touch with it lots of times, and that's very normal, but you need to write it down. You need to find what your internal motivation is. There's internal and there's external motivation. Internal motivation is kind of like whatever, it's kind of like you would walk through fire for it, right? That's how motivating it is. And people are always like, oh, I need motivation. I just don't know if I have motivation to do this, No, you just don't know why you're doing this. That's the problem. If you don't know why you're doing something, of course you're not going to have any motivation. But if you have a vision and you know exactly why you're doing this and you be willing to walk through fire for it, you're going to want to jump out of bed. You're going to want to do whatever it takes to get the job done so that you can fulfill that motivation, right? That internal motivation, your why. So seriously, write down your why, guys. It needs to be strong enough to make you cry. That's another saying in the industry, but it is true. Write it down, know exactly what it is, have a vision, all right? And always keep your eye on your why. Always keep your eye on your why. Find external motivation. Now, I get motivated by external motivation too. Vacations, trips, out to eat, those are physical rewards. You're doing all this work, guys. You're putting all this sweat equity into your business. You deserve a little R&R, whatever it is that you want, okay? You need some reward. And so set some, things that maybe are going to happen that, you reach this goal, you get, 5 leads, right? Maybe your first day that you get 5 leads, you're going to go out to eat, you're going to do something, whatever. You're going to go get a pedicure, reward yourself somehow, whatever it is that you really like to do. I know, like us ladies, we like to buy shoes, we like pedicures, but men, maybe it's, you want to go see a football game or something. I don't know, right? Whatever it is, set an external motivation. You hit this goal, you're going to go there. You're going to do this. You're going to, whatever. Something that's going to really kind of like get you excited, kind of get you pumped up, like something to really work for, Can't just be like, I'm going to buy a sucker, or a candy bar. No, that's not going to work. It's got to be something kind of not too big, but a little big, something exciting, rewarding, something that you feel rewarded by, okay? So set that external motivation and write it down. When I hit this amount of signups, when I get my, maybe 3 signups, when I hit L1, I'm going to get this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to take the family on a little, weekend vacay, something. Okay. Whatever it is. All right. Make up your mind. Like I said, decide, commit, you can do this. You have to make up your mind though, that you are going to. That's the decision process. Just make it up. Make up your mind. You are going to do this no matter what. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. It doesn't matter, what you're going to have to do it. You're just going to do it. And there is just nothing that's going to stop you. Nothing that's going to stand in your way. You'll walk through fire. You'll do whatever it takes. Make up your mind. All right. Until you actually make up your mind, until you decide, until you commit, all these things, it's just not going to work. It's just not. You're going to keep spinning your wheels. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You really are. Until you really do this. Now you can sit there and spin your wheels longer, or you can just let this be a real eye opener for you, and that you're just going to make up your mind right now, and you're going to get serious, and you're going to feel that burn, that fire in your belly, and you're going to let it fuel you to the next level in your business. You're going to let it fuel you to focus and get leads for your business. You're going to let it fuel you to go L1, L2, L3, L4, L5, L6, L7. They don't have an L8 yet. Let's make one. Let's make them make an L8. All right? Whatever level you want to reach in your business. Whatever it is. You're going to find that fire. It's going to burn inside you. Something that really worked for me? I was more like, I knew my why and everything, but I was more afraid of what would happen if I didn't pursue my goals and dreams through my business. Seriously, I was more afraid of what my life would be like if I didn't follow through, if I didn't persist until in my business. I was afraid. Scared the crap out of me. I literally envisioned myself picking up garbage at the casino. Like a garbage lady, okay? Not like a cocktail server, because I'm envisioning myself 5-10 years from now, right? And that scared the crap out of me. I wanted to be a good role model for my daughter. I wanted to be a good role model for my kids. Here I am, I'm running around in a tutu and a bustier and high heels. It was a living. That was it. I hated it, right? But that scared me. missing more, of my kids, school events and not seeing them and having a nanny raise them. This scared the crap out of me. How much longer could I take it? Couldn't. It was a pain. It was a pain. So sometimes we're very comfortable, guys. We're comfortable in our misery. Seriously, I was comfortable. I didn't even realize how much pain I was even in until I was introduced to this industry, until I was introduced to a home-based business. And I started attending Mindset, and I started hanging out with people that changed their life. And I was like, wow, I'm in a lot of pain here. I want that. I'm sick of living like this. I'm sick of having these things. I'm sick of not seeing my kids. All right? This is the serious stuff, right? So find the pain. Find whatever it is that's going to really motivate you. But you got to get uncomfortable. Now, if you're a little comfortable right now and you're not taking enough action, it is because you're too comfortable. You're paying the bills, you're getting by, you're skating by, you're fine. What do you need? You don't need anything. You want for nothing, you think, right? But in reality, you're not doing the things that you really want to be doing in life. You're not having any freedom. You're not able to take those vacations that you want. This past summer, I was traveling all over the place. I wouldn't have been able to do that working at that place. They never would have gave me the time off, So whatever it is, you got to find it. Stop being comfortable. Stop it now. Get uncomfortable. Find that pain. All right. That really worked for me. It really did. Otherwise, I would keep slipping back into my comfort zone. You got to step out of it. All right. All right. Understand that there's no such thing as getting rich quick. There just isn't, guys. I'm going to be the first one to tell you this is a, 1 to 2 year game plan. This is if you want to get rich. Yeah. I'm going to say in a really, really, I would say that's actually a short time, 1 to 2 years, if you really took it seriously and really busted your butt. Some of you guys already have some experience, might take you less, whatever. But I never, ever promise riches before to anybody. I always tell people, always ask me, how long is it going to take me? Does that matter? Until when? I don't know. Everybody's different. I can't tell you the time frame. All right. That's the thing. And I'm not promising you're going to get rich here. I'm not promising anything. Because you know what? That's up to you. What I make it does not mean that you're going to make that. It doesn't mean, could mean that you're going to make more. Could mean that you're going to make less. What I do is not a reflection of your business, and what my business is a reflection of yours, blah, 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 vice versa, right? It's just not. You cannot compare yourself to other people either. So what you're going to do, that's up to you. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what's inside you. People ask me this all the time, and I'm like, I can't, my crystal ball is foggy. I can't tell what's inside someone. I've heard people say, well, I'm going to do this in 90 days. And guess what? A week later, they quit. I'm sorry, I can't tell what's inside someone. So just understand that, your results are up to you. What you put into your business is going to be the results you're going to get. That's just bottom line, and that's just how it's going to be. So there is no get rich quick. If anybody promises you that crap, you better run for the hills, because you know what? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It probably is. And that is just the facts right there. I've seen it over and over again. People get dragged into this or that, promise that they're going to have a downline, promise they're going to make all this money, all the hype. The more hypey it is, the faster you should run. All right. So I'm not here to make any, claims or promises or anything like that. So understand that right now. Hard work now for more freedom later. I'll tell you what, it's worth it. You're going to build the foundation over the next 30 days. You're going to have a foundation for your marketing success. Some of you might take a little longer, just depending on how much time you can put into it, whatever. But it's hard work now for more time later, more freedom, more things that you want in life. You can't put a price on it. It's priceless. So you have to just know that and believe that and go with it, because it's hard work now. Yes, but it gets easier. It gets way easier. I don't spend very much. Today I was at was it yoga? I was going to say Pilates, yoga, hot yoga. I meditated for an hour. I answered a few calls. I should have mailed my list, but I didn't. I was a bad girl today. Should have did a blog, but I didn't. I was a bad girl today. And here I am. I made a PowerPoint for you guys, and I get to hang out with you guys and hopefully, touch your life in some way, shape, or form and help you, reach your goal. So, I mean, my life it's good. It's easy. It's not hard, so it definitely gets easier, but it's hard in the beginning. It is. Just be prepared for that. All right. So step 2, do not wait. Waiting is like the biggest killer. It's just going to kill you. It really is. Most people wait their whole lives. They never really get started. So here's a great quote by Napoleon Hill. I love this. I love him. He is just one of my, I always think of his quotes and things when I'm thinking of success, because he's the ultimate, right? So do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. So guys, I see people all the time, they're like waiting for things to be like perfect conditions, and you can't do that. You just have to jump in. Remember, entrepreneurs, they jump off the cliff and they figure out how to fly on the way down. So you have to just dive in, fully immerse yourself, figure it out as you go. Things will come. I'm telling you, it's like all of a sudden the universe knows you're working it, right? Just like when I hit L6, guys, in 3 days, I had 28 people raise their hand and either reactivate, join, or upgrade an MLSP. In 3 days, 45 in 2 weeks. Seriously. Why? I started like a typhoon. I swear, like is it typhoon that has the big wave? I don't know, but I went into action, right? I just pushed myself. I started taking massive action, and I started telling the universe and demanding, I will hit L6. I will do this, and I started proving it by my actions. I didn't really have a plan. Honestly, I didn't. I had an idea of what I was gonna do, right? And I was kind of like winging it, right, a little bit, because I'm like, okay, this isn't working. I got to try something new. All right, this is working. Okay, let's do more of this, and that's how it went. It seriously was. It was exactly how it went. And before I knew it, I was like, and it was like the last 24 hours ever. It was like walking the 100-mile something, whatever. I don't know, but it was like the longest ever. And I was like, oh, I think I did it. But you're still like, oh, I have to overdo it. So I'm like still pushing all the way to the very, very end. I'm just pushing as hard as I can. And I'm just making sure that nothing was going to stand in my way of getting that email the very next day. And I went way over. In fact, I'm well on track to hit L7, and I have a goal to do that by Live the Dream next year. So I am like totally motivated to do that. And of course, by doing that, I'm going to help you guys do the same and take a lot of you guys with me. So honestly, it really is. It just is not waiting, guys. You can't wait. The timing will never be just right. You're just going to have to start, and get started is the key. It really is. So get started. Go through the getting started training, guys. This is where the content part comes in. So I just kind of rocked your world with a bunch of mindset stuff, but go through the getting started training if you haven't already. Do all of the steps. I know some of them are like, oh, this is for advanced or whatever. No, set up your autoresponder. Do all of it. Get it all done. I recommend Aweber. That's the one I use. And just get it set up. If you fail or you fall off your bike along the way, come and get me. I'll help you back on your bike. I'll help you fix whatever the problem is. But go through the getting started. If you haven't gone through the getting started in a while, I'm going to encourage you to go through it again, because it's all new. It's all different. And I'm actually going to hop over to my screen and to my computer, or to our back office, and show it to you here in a little bit. Set your goals. I mean, I think everybody here knows how to do that, right? I hope so. Write down, some of the things that you want to achieve in the next, 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, year. Be a long-term thinker, guys. Stop thinking short-term. If there's something you really want to, commit to, if you're one of those I was a very short-term thinker. I still have to correct myself sometimes. I don't always think long term. It's something I've really had to work on. It really is. That's why I'm saying, think long term, guys. Set those goals. Set the goals for, the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years. Set those goals. Commit to being here. That's when you really commit. Seriously. All right. So set your goals. Contact people you already know. Your warm market's always going to be your best market. All right. Share a free training with them. Why would you hold back great information and free training and all that we offer here at My Lead System Pro from your friends or from even your acquaintances? It's selfish. Honestly, it's selfish. And I don't know anybody that is an MLSP right now that did not tell a few people about some of the awesome training we have here and made it. They just don't make it. People that don't share, don't care, and they're not in business next year, next week, next month. They're just not. They're not here. So sharing is caring. Get out there and share some free training. I'm going to show you guys some of the system campaigns and stuff in the back office when we go over there to show you some of the, swipe copy you can use and stuff like that. But I encourage everybody to, I'm not going to say write your list because that's so old school and I'm just not into that. But go on your Facebook chat, whatever, contact a few of your friends that are network marketers, entrepreneurs, affiliate marketers, whatever, and let them know, just say, I just think you're awesome. And I was thinking of you and I came across some free training I wanted to share with you. Have you tried any Instagram marketing yet or something like that? Ask them a question. Real easy. And we'll go over that a little more. All right. Figure out what strategy you want to focus on first. I see people do this. This is crazy, right? I know everybody, and I'm going to get a little bit more into this when we get more towards the end of this presentation, but I know everybody's like, all these strategies, all these trainings, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I'm frustrated. I just, I can see the steam coming out their ears, right? And they're telling me stuff, right? Focus on one thing. Why are you focusing on all this stuff? Yes, there's going to be other training. There's going to be, MLSP is going to have a Wednesday webinar. And no, you don't have to attend all of them. I do recommend that you try to. It doesn't mean that you have to go jump on that strategy or start a new thing or whatever. There's always something you can learn. There's always something that you can improve. That's why I get on them. I get on them. It's not because I'm going to go, be a SEO person or, I'm going to go do YouTube marketing or something like that when Mark's on. That's not why. There's always something I can learn. I can always take a tweak or something, right? That's why I get on them. But seriously pick one thing and just focus on it. All right. Create your daily method of operation. We're going to go over that here in a second. Plug into everything you can. Seriously, why am I here today? Because I showed up. I believe 90% of success is showing up. I know Zig Ziglar said 80, but I believe it's 90% because you know what? All I did was start forcing myself to show up. In fact, I'm doing hot yoga. Get this, 90 minutes. It's like in the hot elevator. If any of you guys were at Live the Dream, I got stuck in an elevator with Ray Higdon and about 20 other people. And it was like sauna, claustrophobia. It's like I wanted to go relive that or something. So I joined hot yoga. And now I'm doing this hot yoga. And it's 90 minutes of 105 degrees of doing all these really awkward poses that I look ridiculous even trying to do, okay, because I can't do barely any of them. And, I know that 90% of success is showing up, so I just show up every day. I've made it a week. I've showed up. Well, no, I have 6 days. I have 6 days in a row so far. Tomorrow will be 7. And I've just showed up. And I'm just going every day. And my goal is to just go every day for 30 days straight. That's it. Just show up, get there. And guess what? I'm actually getting better. Every time I show up, I just get better. I'm like, oh, I can stretch a little further. Oh, I'm starting to be able to do this pose. Oh, I can bend my leg that way now. Oh, that's awesome, So seriously, just plug in, show up. That's it. And then we'll be like, you'll be like, wow, that really works. It really does. Seriously. Failing to plan is planning to fail. You have to plan. Seriously. If you don't have a plan, you'll get lost. You won't know where to go. You won't know what to do. That's why a lot of network marketers are just blowing around out there in the wind. They don't know what to do. They don't know what they should focus on. They don't know what's, the money-making activities. So I want to help give you clarity on that today. For sure. You're going to need to create your DMO. This is probably key. Figure out like how many hours per day or per week you have to commit to your business. everybody's different. Some weeks might even be you have more, but know like a time frame. Have an idea that, you know, maybe it's going to be before you go to work or after you go to work. You're going to work your business consistently every day a little bit, right? You're going to have to inch forward, move forward, you know, fly 3 feet forward. I don't care how fast you go, but just move forward every day, a little more each and every day. All right. Commit to doing that. All right. I like to use Google Calendar. It's a great way for you to kind of map out your day. From, maybe it's, 5 to 7, you're going to do, a blog or a video and contact your prospects. You know what times you're going to do things. You're going to spend a half an hour maybe doing your Hootsuite, your scheduling, your Instagram, whatever. Okay. But not every day am I exact on my time, because I'm not like the greatest organizing person. In fact, if you looked at my office closet, you'd be like, whoa, April, you need to organize that. But I will say, I kind of have an idea of what time I do things, right? And eventually you have a DMO, you don't really have to write it down. You just know when you're supposed to do things. But for now, you should definitely write it down. It should be a consistent activities that you do every single day. It's like a religion almost. It's habitual, right? You just, like you get off of work, you take a shower, you sit down at your computer, you might check a little email, and now you write a blog post, and it just becomes habitual. Schedule time for your content creation, scheduling, etc. Make your DMO non-negotiable. This is what I see people do, and I'm guilty of it. My brother did this to me the other day. Hey, April, you want to go to lunch with me? This was Wednesday. Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? I don't know. Anyways, one of these days this week. And I was like, oh, my brother, my baby brother, I love him. Okay, let's go. Let's go get sushi. Right? All right. Was not sticking to the DMO, was not doing what I needed to be doing. That's a bad example. Do not follow that. If your brother calls and says, want to get lunch? No, brother, I'm sorry. I'm at work right now. I've got this commitment that I've made with my business, and I'm going to be, at my desk writing a blog post from 5 to 7 or 5 to 6, whatever. Okay. It's got to be a non-negotiable. All right. Your dad calls, let's go for a pizza. No, Dad, I'm sorry. I'm at work, building my business, building my future, building my financial freedom here. It's very, very important. Serious stuff, right? That's it. Non-negotiable. You have to make it non-negotiable. Even if it's with your kids. I had this summer, some of you guys have little kids. That's okay. If your kids are like, okay, if they're doing that, then we got to take care of them. But, all summer I was like, no, kids, do not open my door if my door is shut. I'm working. My kids are older, now they can kind of handle themselves. Unless I hear fighting out there, I might have to go out there and scream at them. But if they come in and I'm like working at my desk and I'm writing an email, it's like, get out of my office or give me your phone, don't ever come in here while my door's shut. This is mom's time to work. I'm at work right now. So you step into that, make sure you have a workspace, somewhere where you can kind of detach. Now, when they were younger, I do remember it was a little bit more difficult. I kind of had to put my office in the middle of the kitchen. And because we were a central household, right, in the kitchen, and I keep my eye on them, and a lot of times I'd incorporate them in my videos and things like that. But now that they're a little older, I can be a little bit more like, get out of my office, but when they were younger, yes, I had to keep my eye on them more. So, you just kind of got to make those flexibility. You got to be flexible. You got to, go with the flow a little bit when you have to, especially with those of you that have little kids and things like that. You just got to make it happen. And, if you have to incorporate your kids, I see people, putting their kids in the videos, and I love that. I put my kids in the videos. I have one video. It's actually I think it's in the MLSP presentation. If you ever want to go watch it, mlsp.com/presentation. My testimony, my daughter's in the background picking her nose. Okay. Now, this was probably when she was like, I don't know, second grade or something. But she's literally back there like, hi, got her nose all the way up there. So, I just left it. I was like, I'm not redoing this video. I ain't got time for that. So just sent it over to Brian. Brian thought it was cute. put it on there. So trust me, you know, I'm not like somebody who's like having to try to be these perfect videos. That's one of the things that I actually am kind of known for. I'm just out there and just be myself, you know, and that's why I recommend you do too, is just be yourself. All right, so most important daily activities that you should be doing as a newbie, a new person that's just coming to MLSP. You should be creating content every single day that you possibly can. Like I said, inch your business forward if you have to. I would say, you know, you should do at least, starting out, you know, maybe 2 blog posts a week once you got your blog up, you know, kind of create a rhythm. You know, maybe it's 2 videos, whatever you're going to focus on. I would focus on 1, just getting started. If you're going to set up your blog and you're going to do a blog, then just, you know, start creating content on your blog. If you're going to do video, then, you know, just only do video for right now. Once you kind of got the hang of it, then you can add more. All right. Then you can do more. All right. Generate target leads through blogging, video, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, all the crazy marketing strategies that are back in the back office. You can pick one. Personally, I mean, I like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else do I do? That's pretty much it for my social media. And then I do a couple blog posts, but don't take after my example. Remember, it gets easier when you get to my stage, okay? When I started, I was doing like everyday blog video. I was like a mad woman, didn't want my electricity to get shut off, right? So I built my business, trust me. So the faster you go, the faster your results are going to come in. That's always how it's going to be. But just focus on 1, just getting started. Only 1. All right. Don't try to be like me right off the bat. That takes a little time. All right. You need to be talking to 10 or more new people every single day via social media. I don't care how you do it. You want to go out and meet people, whatever, however you want to do it. But you need to be talking to 10 or more new people every day. There's some great training. I'll show you where that is. That's in our Facebook group underneath the files tab. You'll find some really awesome training back there on Facebook, on how to create leads on Facebook and Instagram, where I show you kind of how to, like, you know, prospect people on Facebook and Instagram so you're creating some solid leads. All right. And that's actually a training I recommend everybody go through. Everybody needs to go through that training, because this is an activity. You know, until you're generating at least 10 leads a day, you need to be doing this activity every single day. And I see so few people actually commit to doing this, and it's ridiculous. And then they're complaining, I don't have leads, I don't have results. Well, are you doing this like one thing where you like contact 10 or more new qualified people, quality people every single day? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Well, that's why. I've told you, you know. So don't come to me and say I'm not getting results. I'm telling you right now, you need to be talking to 10 or more new people every single day. All right. You need to call your leads. That's a given. You get a lead, you need to call it as soon as possible. It should not sit there and, you know, don't be like me, you know, where you have all these leads, you don't have to call. No, you have to call every lead that comes in. And if you don't know what to say, don't worry about it. Just call and have a conversation. Seriously, there's training in the back office if you're not sure what to say and you'd like to have a little guideline. If you go into your CRM, I think there's some training on how to talk to people. There's some good stuff back there. But really, seriously, it's calling them up and saying, hey, how's it going? You know, hey, April, I'm Matt Finley. How's it going? How are you? How's the weather in Colorado? What are you up to? How's business? How are you marketing online? How are you getting leads? You know, it's just asking questions, having a conversation, getting to know them, and then offering assistance, you know, offering help, sharing why you decided to join MLSP, sharing why, you know, there were maybe if you're getting results, you know, the type of results that you're getting, you know, hey, I just got started, but I've already gotten some leads. If you're Frank Novak, hey, I've already sold this, you know, Instagram course, and I'm getting some leads on Instagram. It's really helping my business, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. Really, really simple. It really is not hard. You should be doing some mindset training every day. This is, I think, probably very critical, but people oftentimes, they overlook this. Plug into the daily wake-up calls or listen to the recordings. Those are in your back office underneath the training tab. Though I'm telling you, like, the mindset, it's what's going to fuel you. It's going to be like the icing on the cake, right? It's going to be the fuel. It's going to be what drives you. It's going to keep you, it keeps you going, right? It keeps that fuel tank optimal, right? Up to the top, full. And you want to keep that topped off. So make sure you're attending as much as you can. We have the Deep Abyss, which is every month with Diane Hockman. You can plug into that if you wanted to even get a little bit more deeper. You can do that. But seriously, that's something that is very, very critical. YouTube, Audible. I mean, I can list a lot of things. Actually, I use Amazon a lot to buy books. I got a lot of books that I got to read. I'm like, oh, I got all these books to read. Just got a new book today. I got another one coming. I think I ordered, oh my gosh, something about influence. I can't remember what it was. I ordered it yesterday. I'm always ordering books. But I'm always trying to at least fit in at least 30 minutes a day where I'm doing some type of mindset. I'm working on myself. Today I meditated, which I'm starting to learn how to do that. It's not something I've ever really done before. And now I'm like, okay, I'm learning to meditate now. Finding it's being really helpful. Definitely. So if you want to do that too, you can. All right. More advanced, you should do webinars. You should definitely be mailing your list at least a couple times a week. I see a lot of times people don't do these activities. Webinars took me a while. I will be the first to admit it. I was in MLSP, I think, for like 2 years before I started doing any webinars. This type of webinar, anything. I was afraid. I didn't want to do it. I was like, it's not for me. But when I looked around and I was like, okay, what are all these top earners, Ray Higdon, what are all these people doing? What are they doing that I am not doing? And I was like, all right, I know they're doing webinars. I'm not doing webinars. I guess I should probably do that. So then that's when I decided I better start doing some webinars. I better start creating, team trainings and things like that. And things really took off. They really did. I wish I had started that sooner. I will say that's one of the things that I was like, if I would have known what I know now, I wish I would have done that one sooner. Webinars are good. Mail your list. Definitely something that you should be doing. Most people are not consistent with this in the beginning. I would start with just even, mailing we have a lot of list monetization and how to do this stuff type of training underneath the files tab in the Facebook group. But what I would do is just start emailing about, the Wednesday webinars to your list. If you're not mailing your list right now, start somewhere, start with something easy, like copy the MLSP email. Make sure you put your link in there. But seriously, start with something easy. Baby steps if you have to. I don't care. Inch forward. It's fine. Centimeters. I don't care. But definitely those are activities that you should be doing on a consistent basis. All right. So the key is to focus, guys. Consider this. All right. And this is how I kind of think of MLSP. This is how you can maybe even describe it to your people that are overwhelmed or, it's so scary. All these great learning strategies to learn. It's just so scary, whatever. All right. The key is to focus. Consider MLSP like an all-you-can-eat buffet. We've got lots of training. We've got lots of great, great strategies, tools, all kinds of stuff. But what do you do when you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet? Do you eat everything that you see? I mean, unless you're like a 1,000-pound man, I don't know. But you don't. I mean, if you're like me, I don't like peas. I'm not going to eat the peas. If there's just things I don't like. I don't like, if we go to the Chinese buffet, I'm like, ugh, squid. I am not going near that, right? What else don't I like at those places? I'm not a big seafood person. So fish, I'm like, ugh, fish, ugh, not for me. I'm good, right? I'll probably go with some steak or some roast beef or chicken, right? That's probably where I'm going to kind of, stay. I'm going to be like, ugh, that's where I'll stay, right? Salad, and I like certain things on my salad. I'm not going to go to the buffet and be like, oh, I'm going to eat all this stuff. It's all so good. Let me eat more. I'm going to get really big and fat, and I don't like all that stuff anyways. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So consider it an all-you-can-eat buffet, but you're not going to eat everything, all right? You're only going to focus on eating one thing, all right? You're not even going to focus on all the things that you like to eat, okay? Some of that stuff you just got to leave because you know what? You don't need those extra calories right now, all right? You just don't. So it's focus on one thing, focus on eating one thing, and then you can add a side, maybe some mashed potatoes, okay? And then maybe a little gravy, when you're ready. When you've kind of got the flow, you feel like you've got this, I got a couple leads coming in. I think I'm ready to add Twitter, or I think I'm ready to, see about Facebook ads. All right. So don't try to eat the buffet all at once. You just aren't going to do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You're going to explode. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be all over the place. And then you're going to be a fat cow. And fat cows don't move very fast, guys. They just don't. Okay? Hopefully you're laughing. All right. So focus, focus, focus. That's the key, guys. That is really the key. So hopefully you guys have a little clarity there. Let's jump over to our back office. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Sounds good. Looks good.
Are you laughing?
Yeah, I was. What if I like to eat the whole buffet, okay? Is there a problem with that?
I know, right? I know, right?
Making me feel self-conscious here.
I do like to eat a lot at the buffet, but I'm saying just portion control while you're in MLSP, okay?
That's right.
Portion
Pace yourself. It's a marathon.
Yeah, it is. It is a marathon. It's not a race. So, and you're only in competition with yourself, guys, too. So keep your blinders on. You're not sitting here trying to be like everybody else in MLSP, or, you know, I see them all the time, too. People posting, I got this result. I got this result. Don't sit there and be like, but I didn't get that result. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. It's not working for me. Okay? Did you take the action that they took? Did you take the amount of actions they took? Maybe they've been doing this for a few years. Maybe they've been doing it for 15 years, because some people in MLSP have been at it for a long time. Okay? And me, I've been here for 6 years. All right? I just hit L6. I actually like that growth. You know, I didn't hit a leadership level every year. That's not how it worked. But, you know, that's kind of what it was, right? You think about it. So I'm good with where I'm at. I'm happy. I'm happy with my success and my results. All right, so you're in your back office. This is the start here button. This is going to be our first friend. This is where you're going to get acquainted. This is where you're going to learn the foundation. This is where you're going to learn attraction marketing. This is this is like kindergarten, okay? So this is the way you look at it. You never heard the saying, everything you need to know you learn in kindergarten or whatever that is. This is the truth. This is the truth right here. This is where you need to focus when you're getting started. Yes, go through the steps. Go through all of these steps. If you get stuck, it's okay. Keep going forward. Write a list of it. Email me, message me, post in the group, you know, help, SOS, I need help, whatever. Reach out. You're not in an island. We're here to help you. Anybody that's in our team will tell you when they message me, unless I'm like in a coma or something, I'm sleeping. You know, if you message me in the middle of the night, I'm probably not going to message you back. But during the day, I'm pretty accessible. You know, our team is very accessible too. So there's no reason why you can't make it through this stuff. There's no reason at all. All right. Let's see if there's anything in here. Right here, make sure you also put your business opportunity in here. Yes, MLSP does help you promote your business opportunity. And it is pretty awesome because I believe in multiple income streams. I actually have multiple businesses, and I have them all back here. And you can have up to 3 in your back office. So it will like pop up at your teammates. It will be on your web pages and stuff like that. All right, this is where you're going to integrate your autoresponder. Make sure you do that. You should have your own list. You just should, guys. Seriously, I can't stress this enough. Your list is that's your like wealth right there. That's like the amount of money that you're gonna make. So they say every subscriber that you have on your list is worth $1. All right, monthly. So, and that's an average. That's just a statistic, right? So if you have 10,000 people on your list, but you can't control them because they're all in the MLSP back office and you can't monetize, you can't email them, you can't do anything. You're like $10,000 in the hole. All right. Set up your autoresponder. It's $1. I think it's free for the first 30 days or $1. And then it's like $19.99 a month. Big deal. When your list gets bigger, it's going to cost more. Yes. I pay like $200 a month, right? So when it gets big enough, though, it's like it doesn't matter because that's just a business expense. I probably spend about $500 a month on business expenses in my business. I don't know very many people that can say they earn over 6 figures in a business that only spend $500 less than $500 a month. Seriously, think about that. That's crazy talk. All right, seriously. So not very expensive. And it's a good tax write-off too. All right, so, you know, this is where you're going to final step. Make sure you pay very close attention to right here, this PDF. I think it's this one. Hold on. I got to find it. I'm not going to find it. I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to find it. I'm not going to find it. It's very, very important, guys. Actually, if you want to do this, if you're new and you haven't even gone through the getting started, I'm going to say just go ahead and jump over to the MLSP affiliate account setup. Follow the yellow brick road, set it up, all right? This is what's gonna allow you to get paid. It's really important. It's so important. Oh, don't look at my personal information, but fill all that out, toggle the instructions, watch me first. All these videos right here, everything that you need to know is pretty much, I mean, there's little videos like on every single page. Make sure you fill out the affiliate agreement. That's really important, all right? Fill out the affiliate agreement. Get that all filled out, or they can't pay you. You won't even make a commission until it's paid out or filled out, okay? So make sure you do that. It's really, really important. That was another thing I wanted to bring up. But right here, you know, you want to get leads fast, you can download these PDFs. All this is new. You guys are probably, if you've been here for a while and you're like, whoa, what is that? Well, this is all new. So here, this is where you're going to learn lead generation. This is your marketing strategies, which you're also going to find right here underneath the training tab. All your training and everything you need to know is pretty much right here. All right, this is all where it's at. Even like you'll see training by April Marie Tucker. This is where some of your like Instagram training is and all that stuff. You'll find that. Jeff don't have any, but I do. Jeff is my sponsor if you don't know. Also my fiance. So yeah, so you're gonna find that all here. Also, MLSP 5 Steps to Fire Your Boss PDF. You might want to download that. Here's the beginner's marketing guide, the marketing schedule, which if you want to, you can use that, or you can use Google Calendar. I like things pretty digital. I like it that, you know what I like about Google Calendar is it goes on my phone and it notifies me. Oh, I love that. And I don't forget stuff. I just don't forget, right? As long as I put it in my calendar. Now, sometimes I forget to put stuff on my calendar. That's a problem. Seriously. All right. So for some of you guys, you're like, oh, I want to get leads now. Well, go here. System campaigns, get leads now. This is what's going to teach you about the system campaigns, okay? Same thing, get results fast, simple steps to profit, all right? Attraction marketing, the foundation. I would probably recommend that you watch this sometime because, you know, some of you guys might not really understand attraction marketing, what it really entails, what it really is, okay? That's a really good one. And then, you know, pick a strategy that you want to do. You know, you want to do Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Pinterest. I would, depending on time, right? But people, I usually say, you know, focus on a social media strategy just to kind of get your feet wet, you know, and that. Instagram, I think, is probably one of the fastest ones. Twitter is pretty awesome too. And we actually have, in my opinion, way better Twitter training than MLSP does in our Freedom Posse. And I'll show you where that is. But, you know, pick one of those and just focus on it for a little bit, guys. There is no race. Just focus on getting results with it. All right. Content marketing, you know, you want to set up your blog or whatever. You want to do your YouTube videos. Some of you guys, you know, might not want to do videos or any of this at all right now. You just want to only focus on Instagram, or you might only want to focus on Twitter. It's okay. Just focus on one thing. Get started. Get started with something. I don't even care if you don't like it. Maybe you won't like it. You're going to change. Because you know how many times I've changed things? Oh my gosh, I've changed things a lot. It's okay. It's not like you're marrying it, okay? Just jump in and figure it out. You know, you might not like it. Go try something else, all right? And that's how it works, seriously. All your MLSP campaigns are right here underneath the My Websites tab. I would also encourage you guys to get on the very first orientation that you can if you haven't already. It's on Monday nights. I believe it's at 8 o'clock. You're going to get on those. They're going to show you where all this stuff is. But I do want to just point out one of the, here's where you're going to find, like if you want to sign someone up or you want to send somebody to the 10-day trial, right here is the Mastery Funnel Generic. That's a good one to send people to. Let's see, here's the, if you want to send them to sign up right for the 149, here's the Mastery Sales Page monthly offer. Just send them there. All these right here, you're going to get your little link. And you can send them right there to join. And it's going to have a video there. Let's say they're like, well, what's MLSP? Well, send them a video. Guys, I don't ever try to explain MLSP. I really don't. I can't. I'm not, I mean, I can say like, hey, it's an educational platform, but it's going to go like way over their head. They need to get in front of a presentation. All right. If they're not willing to take the time to get in front of a presentation, then they're not qualified. They're not qualified yet. Until they're qualified, I'm not going to sign them up. I'm not even going to try to explain it. They got to get qualified, and then I'll answer questions. So that's what I do. I send them there, then I have them sign up, and they can sign up right here. All right. So let's see where my page is here. All right, here we go. So those are basically the ones, and then there's university here if you're somebody wanted to do the lower membership. I usually have people like come in at the mastery, and then if they want to, they can drop down in the trial if they're not feeling it or whatever, if they don't see the value in it. The real reason why anybody ever drops down is because they usually don't understand. They don't understand, they don't see the value, all right? If they really understood and they saw the value in what we have here with MLSP, they'd be like, whoa, I'm ready and I'm excited and I want to go for this, okay? But most of the time, people just don't see it. They're not seeing it. And that's not always like something you can correct either. It just isn't. Your prospects, your CRM, all that stuff's right here. I'm not going to go into all that, guys, because you should really get on the orientation. They're going to go over that with you. You know, you can set up your MLS. All your sites are going to be underneath here and stuff, okay? Your account, your profile settings, all that stuff. Just go through the tabs and start looking. A lot of the times people have questions, and they're questions that they could figure out, or they could ask Google, you know. Google's your friend. Like, ask them. Ask Google. Google knows everything. Like, what is a blog? Oh, what's a blog? Okay. Google will tell you, and they'll tell you the truth. So definitely use it. It's awesome. Underneath the files tab here is where you're going to find, and that's in our Freedom Posse group. If you're not in this group, let me know. I'll add you. You do have to pay your first month of MLSP Mastery to go into this group. This is a very special group. I do keep an eye on the members. And guys, if you bring members in, I ask that you please keep an eye. If they're inactive, please let me know so I can remove them. This is an active Mastery members only group. Okay. This is where I share like my trade secrets. Matt and April Finley do. This is where we mastermind. This is where the good stuff happens. Like this training right now. Okay. There's some really good training back here. This is training that honestly, probably thousands of dollars worth of training back here, right? I could literally, it's not for sale either. You guys only have access to this, okay? Seriously, this is not stuff that's for sale. That's how special it is. I'm not going to sell it. So back here, you have Facebook training right here that I was telling you about to get 10+ leads per day. This training, I recommend everybody goes through this training, all right? It's very, very important. There's also some more like, I think there's like 3 videos here with the Facebook training here. And I probably shouldn't do that. Oh no, there's 2. There's 2 parts of this training. And you can go through that. If you want to learn how to automate Facebook groups and all that stuff. Twitter automation domination, which I think is just my favorite. I know April and Matt really like this strategy. We worked on this together and it's amazing. Like if you just want to spend like a couple days, set up your Twitter to automate all of it, it's worth it. Like seriously, even if it's just a couple leads a week, it's worth it. And it will build up. It will definitely build up, but set that up. Like if you're feeling a little more comfortable, you know, I say, you know, if you're feeling a little comfortable with what you're doing, take a weekend, set that up, get it started, get it going. Just follow the training. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow us leaders in what we're doing. We're showing you how to do here, okay? That's all you have to do. And all the recorded videos are in this Google Drive folder right here. All right? So there's some cool training back here. There's the blog workshop training. Some of you guys don't know how to create pages. You don't know how to add things to your blogs. You don't know how to do blog posts. I cover all that. I give you strategy, real strategy on how to create content and everything. Content promotion, how to promote your content, how to promote your blog posts, how to set up your pages, how to add a work with page, how to do all that stuff. This is all here. All right. And this is a little extensive, I will admit, because it was a live deal and we spent, I don't know, maybe a couple hours in some of these. Okay. So one really cool thing I just want to show you guys. I wish these were clickable. I don't know why they're not. Facebook's always doing weird stuff. But something that's really cool with these recordings, if you guys don't know this, but I like to turn the speed up. I usually do about 1.5, and I can usually pay attention to things that are going on. Listen it
rather quickly. If you do that consistently, I'm telling you right now, that's the secret right there. Content promotion. So how many networks did you post your blog post to?
So that's why I like YouTube. You can speed up the videos. You don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble and all that stuff. You can kind of speed through these. So don't expect to be here for 2 hours and 41 minutes. You can skip ahead and stuff. Get through it. I'm a little long-winded. I take my time and like to over deliver on value and stuff like that. So but yeah, that's a really good one to go through as well. This one's probably, there's some training back here. There's an Instagram training here. Here's the 10 or more leads again with Facebook. But this is a course that I did a few years back. This is a training modules I did for blogging and video. And it is literally 8 modules. All right, 8 modules here. I don't recommend you come into this right away. Like, this is probably a little, like, go do something that's a little easier at first. But if you want to learn how to, do SEO, you want to do that type of stuff, this is great. Great training. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Some folks in the chat are saying they can't see your screen. So can you guys, if you guys are not seeing April's screen, can you just say something in the chat real quick?
Can you see it?
I can see it fine.
Maybe have them refresh.
Yep. If you can't see it, refresh, guys.
Try it. I don't know. Were they seeing it? Did it just go away now, or?
They're just saying they can't see it. Sammy Crockett can't see your screen. Serena can't see your screen. Chanel can't see your screen. Liz. Okay, so everybody, if you guys can hear, I'll type it in the chat again. Just go ahead and hit refresh.
How about now?
All right, can anybody see? Okay, Tommy can see it. Melinda says it didn't work. Patty's doing something else.
Maybe give them the link. Tell them to try it on YouTube.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll type that in the chat for you guys.
Try it on YouTube if it's not working.
April, how do we get the link to go check it out on YouTube?
I just sent it to them. Send the chat.
Okay.
Let me see if it's working on YouTube.
Go check it out on YouTube.
No, I see it. They're seeing. They're not seeing it. Bizarre. Huh. Let me try refreshing. Are you there?
I was here. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I had muted for a sec.
I wonder if they can see me.
Okay, now I don't have access to the chat. Oh, there it goes. Okay. April's refreshing. Any better? Oh, Melinda can see you.
Now they can see me. Okay, let's try this.
Okay, sounds like
How about now? They see me? See the screen?
Yep, they can see us.
They can see the screen?
Let me see. Can you see the screen share?
They see me?
They say they can see me.
See that screen?
There, they see it. Okay.
Okay, we get yes.
Okay, so I don't know how much they missed.
Only maybe a minute or two.
Oh, okay, so it just like dropped off. Okay, so this is where all the recorded stuff is, and everything that I just said, and I'm sure you guys can figure out what I just shared. I don't remember. But seriously, the Twitter training, Matt and April Finley did this is probably a little bit more basic, so you can start there, and then and then the more advanced would be Twitter automation domination. Facebook training. Also, like I was saying before, in your back office, underneath the training tab, there's some custom training by April Marie. You will find the Instagram Insta Lead Sales 2.0 back here, which is great getting started for Instagram. It's basically everything I do on Instagram to get leads. So it's kind of like a crash course. These the get leads with Facebook and LinkedIn, I'm probably going to take that out because that's not really actually any good. I don't think it works anymore. But let's see here. Free ebooks and recommended training, definitely good. some optimization. I wouldn't recommend that, but there's just some stuff back here. So the Facebook push button, Facebook inviting, that's a good one. Oh, and then also social media images. You guys that are direct to me, you guys all get these social media images. I think there's 71 of them. So you can download all of those there. All right. So I think I've covered everything.
Yeah, you covered a lot. I definitely enough for I think it was a great refresher for those of us that have been around for a while. And if you're brand new to the call, this is more than enough to get you rolling for the next 30 days.
Yeah, definitely. So the key is, guys, just to focus and seriously, like, get busy. Don't sit there and, like, I mean, don't sit there and be like, woe is me. Just go out there and take a lot of action, you know?
April, there was something that Norbert said at Live the Dream that really kind of helped simplify things for me. And I know that you're all about making things simple for folks. So can I just share that really quick? So Norbert, he kind of got up and he asked a bunch of us, like, he said, what did you guys learn? What have you guys learned at the event this week? And so people are shouting out blogging and lead generation and doing video and Facebook Live and calling your leads and mindset. And people are shouting out all this stuff. And he's writing these things down in 3 different columns on the whiteboard. And basically what he explained is that the process for this whole thing is that you build an audience, number 1, you engage with that audience, number 2, and then you give them a call to action. That's step number 3. And so going back to the buffet metaphor, you know, it's like you get your salad and then you get your main course and you get your dessert. Now you can have Caesar salad, or you can have chopped salad, or you can have green salad. You know, your main course can be pasta or chicken or fish or whatever, and your dessert can be ice cream or pastries or whatever. So think about your business this way. Like what April was just showing you is that you go in and you find a marketing strategy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, whatever you choose. That's your step to build your audience. And then engaging your audience, that's going to be emailing your list, calling your leads, contacting and interacting back with the people that follow you on your social media platform, that are sending you direct messages, not spamming you links, but people that are truly asking questions and looking for guidance and help. So that's step number 2, to engage your audience. And then step number 3, the call to action, you ask them if you can share a training with them. You ask them if they want to come to an MLSP webinar. You send them to a link that gives them a free offer, or you sell them something. You point them to a link in one of the product campaigns, one of the pure profit campaigns, you know, one of the several coaching programs that we have in MLSP. And in that way, you know, you can engage with folks, you can find out what struggles they're having in their business. And even if you're over here doing Instagram and they're really interested in YouTube, you still have something to offer them, even if you haven't bought that course and you're not the expert in it, because you can trust the content that MLSP is putting out. They've been, you know, churning out great content and great coaching for 8 years now. So that's a simplified way of looking at it, and it really helped me with the overwhelm of I've got to learn all these different things tomorrow. So I hope that helps you guys.
Yeah, it's just it's overwhelming when you start anything new in general, you know. I mean, I was overwhelmed. You guys, I went in this hot Bikram yoga room, and I at one point thought I was like gonna have a panic attack. I was overwhelmed from the heat, you know, and all the people, and I started having flashbacks of being stuck in the elevator at Live the Dream, and I was like, you know, I was like, what did I do? Why do people sign up for this kind of torture, you know? But I pushed through, and then today I was like, wow, it doesn't feel as hot as it did that day. Like, I just didn't feel like it was, I kept looking at the thermostat, and I'm like, did they change the temperature, you know? But it really was just because I just kept at it, and I got used to it, and that overwhelmed feeling, it went away because I just kept pushing through it, you know. And there's times where I feel frustrated because I can't do a pose, you know, and I'm kind of correlating it with it because it's something I'm experiencing right now, doing something new, all the emotions of frustration and not being able to do something. Oh, and looking at the other girls that are like in great shape and are doing these poses and look all pretty doing them. I'm like, okay, you know, and this is what happens, right? This is the same thing. It's the same thing that happens in MLSP. I see it all the time. People will be like, this person's, you know, she just looks so graceful in her marketing and she's just getting all these great results and I'm not, you know. Well, I know because I've been there and I've got some experience with, you know, being an entrepreneur that I'm not going to get that result unless I show up. I got to stop looking at her, focus on and visualizing how I want to look, right? Instead, it doesn't matter. What that girl's got going on, that's her deal. That's awesome. She's probably been at it for a long time, or maybe she was just born that way. I don't know. You know, some women are. Right. So I can't sit there and be like, oh, you know, but I can admire her and say, wow, that's how I want to be. That's how I want to look. That's how I want to get, right? And so kind of think of it that way too, guys. There's a lot of things if you really think about starting anything new, like how you feel. It's not just MLSP, it's anything you're doing. You know, if you're starting a new church, let's say you're going to a new church, you know, and you're maybe trying to meet new people and you're just learning new things, you know, it's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming when you start. You know, let's say you're trying to learn how to, you know, play the piano. Whoa, I don't know. I would be overwhelmed thinking about it. You know, that's a lot to learn, you know. But you're learning a new skill. That's the thing here, guys. This is like a new skill that is going to carry you for a very long time. This isn't like, you know, you're learning a new skill set for the next week. No, you're learning a lifetime of skills here. And you have to start somewhere. We all started at L0. We all started with 0. And you have to just keep going and moving forward. I remember looking at some of the big rock stars and thinking, oh my gosh, will I ever get there? If you guys ever, like some of you guys have been around for a while, I actually literally emailed Brian Finale. And it was like this pitiful email of how I've signed up 50 people and I'm still in L2. And I was like, just totally dissatisfied with where I was. And I was complaining and whining and I was like, I just don't know what to do and I don't know what to do next and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I'm looking back at this email, I'm like, wow, it wasn't like, nobody could tell me what to do. There wasn't like a shortcut, you know. I just had to keep staying the course and keep going. Now, of course, 50-something members, you know, with Mastery, the way we have things were way different back then. It was just like 1 point, university, you know, we got little, you know, $15 commissions. Now with Mastery, I mean, 50, I don't even know what's 50. Is that almost an L5, I think? Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely things have changed, but I remember being like, woe is me. Why not me? Why is everybody else getting results? I'm not. What's wrong with me? Oh, you know, I felt that way. So I know. But that was kind of too, like just not, I mean, it was an immature thing. You know, it was very immature of me and I didn't have any experience in business to know that this was something, you know, it's like a progress, you know, it's something that happened. It's a journey, you know, and it happens over time. So just know that, you know, it's not like you're going to get results and you're going to get results, but it's not like you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like a supermodel tomorrow. You know, I don't join Bikram yoga and be like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to look like that chick, you know. It don't work like that. I wish it did. That would be awesome, right? Don't we all wish that, April?
I just really think that, you know, I just want to have a body that just naturally metabolizes ice cream and pasta. That'd be a perfect world.
I wish, right? What in the world? We could just have that. I know, that's like our favorite things. Pizza, my favorite food.
There you go.
Awesome. So does anybody have, let's see here. I see a couple questions. So let's answer these. Joseph Christador. All right. How do you change your blog website URL? with the domain mapping. You have to use the domain mapping. There's training. I'll show you. I think that's what he's asking. Go into your MLSP sites. And let's see if I can even log in, because I've been in so many blogs lately, I don't even know. Hopefully. Yep, I did. Okay, cool. All right, domain mapping right here. So you have to change your URL, you're going to also want to buy a domain name. I recommend Webmacker because it's cheap and you can get a great deal on domain names. But go search for a domain. I would recommend that you use your name. I mean, that's easiest, rather than trying to create something unless there's some kind of reason why you can't. But that's always good. Webmacker.com. I'll put that in the group chat here. If you need a domain name, I've got lots of them, but it's always good to have. So just follow these instructions here. All right, follow these. And then, okay, so if you get your domain through Webmacker, you'll want to follow the GoDaddy hosted domain instructions right here. Okay, yeah. And then that will change your URL. So if you wanted to use, like for example, I have, you know, for my sites, it's workwithaprilmarie.com, and I changed it using this training back here. So did I show my screen?
For which part?
Oh my gosh, you guys aren't even paying attention.
No, no, you did not.
Domain mapping. Go into MLSP sites.
There you go. We can see it.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. You have to see. This is why April and Matt are supposed to come on, but they were sleeping on the job.
Yeah, well, it's Matt's fault. I'm just gonna blame him.
Okay, I'll blame Matt. All
It's
right.
not the Facebook that's open in front of April right now.
No, it's not.
Log into
Oh, see, look how it got
I'm
called
not even
out.
doing it right now. He does this, April. Don't believe him. He's a liar.
We know how you are, April. All right, log in, go to domain mapping. And then right here where it says, if you get depending on if you get your domain from Webmacker, go to webmacker.com. But if you do, then you would just follow the GoDaddy hosted domain right here. All right, right there. Just follow that video, follow the yellow brick road. And you don't need it with a subdomain, just use the hosted domain. Just buy the domain for, you know, your blog and be done with it. All right. So let's see here. Does that answer your question, Joseph? I hope so. All right. Will this be recorded? Yes, and I've already posted the link into our Files tab. All recordings will be in our Files tab of our MLSP Mastery group. There we go. Yeah, so anybody else have any more questions? All right, we're late.
I think before we get off, does anybody well, Matt and I will just we'll just lead it. Okay, so you were talking about, you know, you need to decide, you need to make a decision and you commit. So we're gonna take the lead here, guys, and just tell you guys as a group that we made a decision that we're gonna be L5 by next Live the Dream. It's freaky and crazy and scary.
But you know what? You know what? Here's what
manifesting.
happened though. The last time we did this, we committed. You know, one of our goals was to be members of the month, and it didn't happen for us, and didn't happen for us, and didn't happen for us. But then when we got to live the dream, because we went to the event and, you know, we made that commitment, that was manifested there because we put all of that work into it, you know, to be that. And yeah, we were disappointed when it happened, but it was awesome when it did finally happen, because it was you know, it was finally, you know, it was just that manifestation. And the same thing when we, you know, finally hit L3, it was one of those deals where we wrote it on the mirror and we're like, all right, we're going to do this. And it took a little bit longer than we thought, but you know what? The same thing's going to happen with L5. We're committing, and that's what we're going to do. So,
Yeah, so we just want to encourage you guys, if anybody wants to kind of, come out tonight here or come out in the group and just, if there's a leadership level that you want to hit or that you're shooting for during this 30-day period, just come out and say it, because just doing that, will just makes it that much more real for you. It puts it that much more in front of you. So we just encourage you guys, because this is a great team. Everybody's here to support you. And I also wanted to say, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but MLSP just launched a coaching program, which is amazing. However, we have something really, really unique in the Freedom Posse. So I just want everybody to kind of take a minute and think about this for a sec. There are people in the MLSP community that do not have access to a leader like April, like you guys do, and they're paying thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to be paired up with coaches.
$50,000
yeah.
for the year.
And, so do realize that you're in a really, really unique position compared to the rest of the MLSP community. You have access to April every week just for the cost of your monthly membership. So guys, there's somebody in your life that's counting on you to succeed and that's counting on you to make this work. If you're scared about the commitment or whatever, and I've been going through this a lot lately myself, so I'm speaking from experience. If you're dealing with that right now, you need to spend some time over the next couple of days and really think about what's outside of yourself and who is not being benefited as you stay where you're at right now, where it's comfortable and you don't take that step. So, take a deep breath, pick a goal in mind and put it out in the group so we can all start encouraging each other and working towards that.
Right. And remember, for everybody who was at the event last week, Ray Higdon yelled at us on Sunday, and he said, it's our duty, He got in everybody's face from stage right there and really changed the tone of the event. And I thought it was great, but that's what it takes. It's our duty to do this stuff. It's your duty to get to L1. It's your duty to go for your next leadership level. So.
Yeah, it is. It's your duty. That's why I was saying it's selfish to hold back. It's selfish to keep things to yourself, to not share, to not go out and be all that you can. And I think Jason just said about the military, so I'm like, be all you can be. So seriously, like going out there and just sharing, who you are, and your story, and impacting people. Every time I feel like crawling up in a ball, I think, what a selfish bitch. And I hate to swear. I hope your kids aren't around, but seriously, like what's wrong with you, April? Get up, go out there, and do what you got to do. It's always harder right before you're reaching a goal or you're going for something that really means a lot to you. It's kind of like the harder it is, the sweeter the victory, right? It just really is. So just know that. No, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. You're going to have moments where you're going to feel like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I want to go back to bed. That's going to happen. I have days like that. I'm like, oh, you're going to do this. Or you're going to feel afraid. Setting goals is scary. I mean, it can be. You're really stretching. You're like, whoa. You can feel your heart sink, You're like, oh, I'm going to do that. I remember, like, right before I was going to go L6, my heart sank. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Like, I wanted to hold back. I wanted to pull back. I wanted to go back to bed. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, oh, let's go back to bed. Wait.
Right, and then you had a series of challenges where you were without internet for several days. You were on a really tight schedule to get people.
I had days left, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I still needed a lot of people. I had people quit. I was like, it was like crazy, yeah. And I was just like, it's not. I you know what I did? I was finally like at the end, like. I was like, I'm not going to live the dream unless I'm L6. And that wasn't like, I'm a speaker. That's not happening. So I had to go L6 or I'm not going now, live the dream. Live the dream. So it was like to that point, and then I just pushed. It was like giving birth. That's what I equated to. It's like giving birth, push. Then I cocktail sex. So seriously, that's the kind of like, you know, you're gonna have a lot of emotions, you're gonna have a lot of feelings. You gotta stretch, you gotta go, you gotta move it, you gotta change your life. MLSP changed my life, guys. I was a cocktail server. The story's true. I mean, I probably am one of the few people in MLSP that started brand new, you know, that's made it all the way to, I mean, I'm number 3 right now. But last I looked, I haven't looked in a while, but as I looked, I'm number 3 all time. And here I was just 6 years ago, just starting out, just like a lot of you, didn't even know what URL meant. I said, what is a URL? I had to ask Jeff. I'm like, what's a URL? And he's like, that's the thing in the search bar. I'm like, oh, no idea. Dropped out of high school, never went to computer class. I didn't even, my typing skills are like, I sit here and I do it. I don't know how. I just do. I made it happen.
Yeah, my typing skills, I remember I took a class in like 7th grade or something in junior high, and it wasn't on a computer. It was, we sat there and it was the typewriter, you know.
Yeah. I know, because the computers were, I didn't really own one ever.
I was going to say, when we got started online, Matt didn't even know how to save files to his desktop. Yeah. He had almost 0 computer skills when we started in this industry. And so, and Tommy Lee Master, I know you're out there tonight, Tommy. You're such a great example of, you know, somebody who really did not, I mean, we're talking about where we're at, but even more so with your generation, they didn't have computers in school or anything like that either. And you have come on and learned Facebook Live. You've got a blog. You've learned so much in the time that you've been at MLSP too. So there's, you know, there's just really, there's really no excuses, age, gender, nationality. You know, it's just what goes on between here. So if you can get that worked out, then you're golden. So keep showing up here every week, right?
Show up. We'll give you the warm fuzzies to keep you going. But most importantly, guys, like, what are you gonna do tomorrow? What is gonna be your action plan? Write down right tonight. What is your action plan gonna be? You know, if you seriously, I would encourage you guys to do like a video. Maybe we'll do a challenge soon. I'm gonna probably. Maybe I usually try to start them around like the 1st, but let me look at my calendar. Maybe we'll do it September 1st, or we do like a video challenge or something. You know, if you guys are on Instagram, do 1 video a day on Instagram. You know, challenge yourself. Don't just sit there and be stagnant. Stretch, grow. You're only growing if you're challenging yourself. You have to push yourself just outside of your comfort zone. You know what I did every single day when I was very first starting? I tried to scare myself. I tried to push myself a little further every day out of my comfort zone. So I would do things that freaked me out. Like doing video freaked me out. So you know what I decided to do? I decided to do 1 every day for 30 days until I wasn't freaked out by them anymore, until I wasn't afraid of them anymore, you know? And then eventually, like, I was like, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. Hey, this is getting me results. Wow, I've got some signups. Oh, wow, I got leads. Ooh, I've got some commissions. Amazing, right? And so that's the kind of stuff that will happen when you start pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. So I love you guys. You guys are all awesome. Thank you, April and Matt. Set those goals. Where do you want to be next year? Live the dream. You know, don't set your goals too small either, because if you fall short, you know, more than likely you're going to fall short from your goal. Okay, most people do, or they just hit it. So never set your goals too small. Always go over, go bigger. They should scare you. Your goals, your dreams, they should scare you. Okay, it should freak you out. If you're sitting there like, oh yeah, I can do L1, that's cool. That's not scary. Then you need to go L3. You know, and then it's like, oh, wow, that's a little scary. That's a little challenging, right? It's like looking up at the mountain and seeing, you know, oh man, when I'm up there, it's going to be scary. Like me, I'm afraid of heights. I'd be like, oh, I'm going to freak out when I'm up there because it's so scary, you know? But that would be the type of goal to have, to climb the frickin' mountain. So you're like in Colorado. I don't even know if I want to visit Colorado because those are apparently real mountains. But I'm in the mountains and I'm like thinking, it's getting at the top of the mountain. I'm thinking, my heart's thinking like, I don't want to look down. I'm scared. You know, I had to drive in the back seat. Like Jeff had to drive me everywhere in the back seat. I was that afraid. And then finally, like towards the end of the trip, I was like, hey, this ain't too bad. I could do this.
You know, if the car goes off the cliff in the mountains and you're in the back seat, I think you still die.
Yeah, but at least I don't have to see it.
Right.
That was the thing. Don't look.
Right.
So seriously, yep, go big or go home. Make it happen. Don't let anything stop you guys. You guys got this. You really do. Just go out there and start pushing yourself. Do the things that scare you and make it happen. That's it for tonight, guys. That was a long training, but I think it was definitely worth it. We had actually more people come on, so I didn't scare anybody away when I said get off the webinar if you're not going to do this. What did I say? Get off the webinar. So I must not have scared anybody too bad. All right. Hey, yeah, awesome. I set my goal as a person to come home with one of those jerseys too. Woo! Yes. And see, guys, and be okay with if seriously, like me, like when I'm like setting my goals, I'm like overly setting my goals. Like I'm like, I'm going to go this far. And people look at me, they're like, wow, she's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but if I fall short, I'm still like where I would, you know, I'd be okay being there. You know, it's not too bad. Not too bad there. You know, so do it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Seriously. All right. Everybody's all in, right? We're all in? Are we all in? We're going to do this? We're going to rock this?
Freedom Posse.
You guys go post in our group that you want me to do a challenge with you guys. I might do it. I think I'm very considering it, but I need to see if there's going to be participation because I've done challenges before and people fall off the wagon. So you gotta go beg me in the group. Go tell me you want it. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. I think next week April wants me to do an Instagram training that we did at Live the Dream. So definitely plan on being here. And guys, love you. Love you, April and Matt. You guys are amazing. All of you rock stars. Let's do this. We're all in this together. All right. See you guys next Monday. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night, everybody.